want young adults and minors ages 16 to 24 to be homeless, because that's what's going to happen. Job Corps is scheduled to end 99 facilities by June 30th, which will leave young adults and minors ages 16 to 24 who don't have a place to go. They will be homeless. They are all up my FYP right now, showing themselves having to pack with nowhere to fucking go. A lot of people don't even know what Job Corps is. It is an organization that is designed, it's almost like college, but it allows ages 16 to 24 young adults and minors to get skills. Skills for being an automotive technician, trade skills, being an electrician or being a plumber. And essentially, they live there, they live on campus, they build a community, they are paid, it's very little wages, but they can also utilize financial aid for their material and for their everyday living necessities and expenses. And now they're just going to take it away. They're going to take it away because they want low income people to fucking perish. That's what they want. That's what they want. And yes, there's a lot of people of color who depend on Job Corps. Black, brown, and there are some that are white, low income individuals who don't have anywhere to go, who won't have anywhere to go. They are packing, they are crying, they are losing their family essentially, and they're losing their resources. And I know people are going to say, oh, you're depending on the government again. Depending on the government, not so much. They are utilizing the resources provided. What is so different about Job Corps than going to college and getting financial aid and getting a Pell Grant? The only difference is that when they get out of that, they are going to have a job. They're going to have a trade skill. Y'all complain nobody wants to do this work and nobody wants to work. Now you're taking away the only people who will be trained to do said work. You are fucking idiots. I promise you that. Whoever voted this way, kick fucking rocks barefoot, bro.
Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to another episode. So guys, let's take a few moments to check out what people are saying about the second clip of this video. So this is what this person wrote. Hi, Job Corps students here, 18th, looking at what the outcome. It may seem bad, but if you knew what was going on internally in the school, you would see how corrupt and how much taxpayers' dollars are being wasted there. It's only 30% graduation rate. Would you invest money into a program that obviously not working? So this is what the second person wrote. Don't fall for the propaganda that the Republican boots are pushing, which is that they want you in the military. The reason is a lot simpler. Job Corps is a program that is paid with US tax dollars. The Republicans are gifting the billionaires 4 trillion in tax breaks. If they want to give all that money to the purpose of mosque, dogs, cut everything that helps the people and give that money to the billionaires. Oh my goodness, guys, what are your thoughts? What do you think about this clip, and what do you also think about the comment which I just read? So let's go on, guys.
Well, this is going to be messy. This is going to get ugly. Donald Trump may have finally stepped in something that he can't pull his foot out of. Donald Trump done fucked up. Well, he always fucks up, but this is a big fuck up. You remember how he sent this gentleman by the name of Abrega Garcia to an El Salvador jail. He sent him there illegally. Once we found out he was down there because somebody saw a video, even the Trump administration acknowledged, whoops, we made a mistake. It was a clerical error. Then, of course, the judge says, well, bring the motherfucker back. Donald Trump didn't like that decision, so he took it to an appeals court. The appeals court says, send that motherfucker back. Donnie didn't like that one either, so he said, I'm going to take it to the Supreme Court. And before he went to the Supreme Court, he said, listen, if the Supreme Court tells me I got to bring this guy back, I'm going to respect the Supreme Court and bring him back. Well, the Supreme Court has a decision, and they say, yeah, motherfucker, bring him back. And guess what Donald Trump is saying now?
So here are the most recent updates regarding our Black consumer boycott. So CNN has actually confirmed and reported that the Target boycott is said to be the most successful Black boycott since the Montgomery bus boycott. Now, for those of you who may not remember or don't know, the Montgomery boycott started in December 5th of 1955 and lasted all the way until December 20th of 1956, a over-year-long boycott to which the Montgomery bus lines were losing $3,000 a day. Why? Because their main commuters were Black people. And since Black people were boycotting, they were not making any money. They weren't making any revenue. And that's basically the same idea and principle with this Black consumer boycott. And yes, we started with Target, but oh, baby, it's long gone, outgrown since then. Now, what makes our current Black consumer boycott more successful than the Montgomery bus boycott is the fact that Target has now hit a $12 billion valuation loss. Their stocks keep plunging, and now the CEO has had to take a pay cut. He has had to take a pay cut of almost half of what he was earning before. That's how bad they're doing. In CNN's report, they were actually able to interview Jamal Bryant, Pastor Jamal Bryant, who has become one of the faces or the spokesperson for our Black consumer boycott. He is not the one who started it, but he is one of the faces, him and Al Sharpton. And in that interview, he started off with stating, we are not going to grovel, we're not going to beg for respect when we put $12 million into the economy. The Black consumers put in $12 million a day into the economy. And you want us to beg for respect. You want us to beg for you to treat us with respect. No, that's not going to happen. So the next target, and this is what he states, our next target, because we've been targeting Target, no pun intended, also Walmart, the next person, Dollar General. And this is why. Dollar General, I don't know if you knew this, is actually 3 times bigger than Walmart and Target. Dollar General is located in 5 miles, within the 5-mile radius of about 75% of American homes, and has never once donated not one dime to any Black African American organization or cause. Yet, their number one consumers are Black people. Partner that up with their predatory tactics of location. You will only find, or majority you'll find, Dollar Generals placed in urban and rural areas where African American, poor minorities thrive. Right? So for you to know where your consumers are, where your consumer market is, and to not cater to them at all, and expect for us to continuously keep giving you our money, it is kind of a slap in the face. Not is, kinda. It is. Not kinda, it is. And so because of that, Dollar General, count your days. But yeah, pat on the back though to the boycott with Target, because $12 billion valuation loss, whoo.
This is big news. At least 11 major companies, including Morgan Stanley and Oracle, are cutting ties with top law firms that caved to Donald Trump. Even some executives who personally supported Trump are saying that they cannot trust firms that buckled under pressure from his executive orders. This is a huge turn of events. And not only that, but firms that stood their ground and sued the administration, like Wilmer Hale and Jenner and Block, they are being rewarded with new business. The Wall Street Journal says that a top lawyer at Citadel told firms at a recent luncheon that they like law firms that aren't afraid of a fight. Trump's White House has threatened law firms with revoked clearances and lost contracts if they didn't fall in line. And while some firms folded, other firms struck back in court, and judges have been siding with them, calling the orders unconstitutional retaliation. But for those firms that cut those backroom deals, they are losing clients, hemorrhaging young talent, and some partners are now walking out. In Trump's war on the legal system, the real winners are shaping up to be the ones who refuse to bend the knee. And despite increased attacks, we will never bend the knee here at Midas Touch. So if you're with us, remember to add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, leave a 5-star review, and follow along for more.
Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. So let's check out to see what people are saying about this last clip. Like Harford, this is serious, law affirms. Who aren't afraid can crush Baldy and her brand of misfits bond. Make sure to find Maga friendly judges to hear her cases. Biden would have stuck the SCOTUS when he had the chances, and why not Trump did it. And this is another comment. If he meant make America great by weeding out the evil like him and his cronies and allowing the rest of us to be together to take down the corrupt, he was onto something. But I don't think this is what he was wanting. Guys, what are your thoughts? What do you think about this video, and what do you think about this comment? Let me know in the comment section.
This video is for the Associated Press. Do you remember when you all got kicked out of the White House briefing room because you had the audacity to name a body of water appropriately? Do you remember that? And you were bounced out? Stop covering him. Actually, this video goes out to all journalists of intelligent, reputable news sources who have an investigative body, who actually digs deep to find out the truth. Here's what I want. I want none of them going to the White House press briefing. Not one. I want Caroline, whatever her face is, to look out into her people and see nobody. Because let's be perfectly honest, one of two things happens. Number one, she asks some of her people those nice softball questions in which they just pander to CF47. And then she turns to real journalists, lets them ask a question. And when she doesn't like it, she either kicks them out or regurgitates, parrots, talking points that make absolutely no sense to the question that was asked. There is no journalism going on in White House briefing rooms. So, any journalist or any body that takes themselves seriously, stop reporting on them. I'm going to go you one step further. I think when you report on the issues, the things that he is doing, go ahead and report on that, because we want information. We want to know how these laws are working. We want to know what's actually in place, not what he wants, not what his latest executive order is. We want to actually see the news. So let us see it when it's actually working. And when it goes to the Supreme Court and it gets struck down, that we want to see. But everything else, stop talking about it. I'm going to go a step further. I'm going to say when you're reporting on him, I want you to report on him by saying our current administration. You know, all those TikToks are saying my current boyfriend or my current wife. I want you reporting on him as though he was just your current president. Don't use his name. Don't give him that kind of validity. I want you to diminish everything that he says. Why? Because it's a lie, because it's manipulation, because to be honest, it's not news. It's nothing. He is saying nothing. And when you press him on it, he redirects. When you press him harder on it, he just stutters around and talks about Joe Biden. There's no news in his scope. So stop it. Stop talking about him. Stop reporting on him. Call him our current administration. Talk about what's happening. Talk about how laws get struck down and give him nothing. I want the room empty. I want all the oxygen sucked out of the room when he enters it, because nobody cares. Nobody about what a liar has to say.
What's up, America? The government is investigating Roblox. Yep, that's right. The government is investigating Roblox, both the FBI and the SEC. So why is the government investigating Roblox, you might ask? Well, it's exactly what the fuck you probably think. And it involves chomos, of course. So the federal government is basically saying that creepy old men are going on to Roblox and talking to children there, giving them gifts like Robux and shit like that, and then having them go over to their Discord servers where they're doing a bunch of crimes against children over there, okay? So the government is pretty much saying that a child who was 13 was victimized by a dangerous known child predator on Roblox, was plied with Robux, only to go to Discord where explicit images were fucked around with. So basically going on to games generally for children and pretending to be a child to ply them to come to a Discord server and then do this horse shit. So of course this is not necessarily Roblox's problem, but it is a Discord problem because Discord is known for being full of this type of disgusting shit. I would actually argue that Snapchat and Discord are the two worst things a person under the age of 18 can have on a phone ever. They are designed for this type of shit and they need to be removed or very heavily scrutinized, but I digress. So on top of that, Roblox is being accused of pushing Robux too much and making people addicted to getting that digital online currency Robux to buy shit on the game Roblox. So there's part 2 of it. Then part 3 of this on Roblox, some of the games are simulating activity between characters. I'll just put it to you that way. Now, of course, on these games, there's no age check, and on the images I've seen of it, it needs to be blurred out, and so I'm not putting it here because holy fuck, even for pixelated game characters, this is terrible. A lawsuit also alleges that Roblox had over 600, quote, Diddy games from P. Diddy's shit that was going on that it allowed children to play, including Diddy trafficking simulators and Diddy freak-off party events. What the fuck? Now, mind you, Roblox was also actively against political things and pro-Trump games for a time. So they were restricting that while allowing this shit. Let's just put that into perspective. Now, it goes on really, really deep, and I don't want to say too much because holy fuck. But there's active communities participating in this all across Roblox. So you need to watch the fuck out for that shit. So basically what this lawsuit is saying by the government is people are pretending to be teenage girls and plying other people with Robux and gifts and then sending them to Discord to be dirty as fuck, breaking the law in thousands of different ways. And so then they're talking about threatening and then blackmail in order for these exchanges, which is even more fucked up because the person pretending to be the teenage girl's like a 50-year-old fucking guy. And so that's the news with Roblox. So holy fucking shit.
My fear is that I'll get deported to a country that I don't know.
Kamila Ruilova Bustamante. She came across the border as a 7-month-old baby with her mother and grandmother. 23 years later, she's still not been able to get the paperwork she needs to be legal.
Threat of deportation is imminent.
How frightened are you? What's your fear?
Having been here since I was 7 months old, my biggest fear, I think, would be that my family is torn apart.
We tell her story to voters, Trump voters, just an hour outside of DC to see if there was any empathy for Camilla. And there was some, but not much.
There's going to be sad stories.
She might be among them.
She might be among them. I don't know how it's all going to plan out. I would love to see, like, she came at 7 months old. It's not her fault she was here illegally, you know?
Her mum is with her, by the way, and is also still undocumented.
Well, her mom should go home at least, at the very least.
Others had less empathy.
Send her home. I mean, let her figure out how to get legal. We just got to get control over the border and know who's coming in here.
Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
It was one of the reasons because of immigration.
Yes. My family did it the right way. So why not go down the path of actually becoming official?
Mi nombre es Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. My name is
AOC, as she's known, is leading the charge, urging Joe Biden to give temporary protected status to 300,000 undocumented Ecuadorians, many of whom live in her district in New York.
We agree being undocumented is a problem. But our solution, instead of turning the military on our own people, is to document them. To document the undocumented.
Not so simple. The Immigration Office told us it has nearly 7.8 million immigration cases currently on its books, while other estimates put the total number of undocumented migrants at over 13 million people, a number that's risen sharply under President Biden. And officials told us there are more than 600,000 migrants with either criminal convictions or pending criminal charges.
I told y'all once before and I'm going to say it again. Donald Trump is a master negotiator. I know y'all hate Trump so much that y'all don't want to believe that he can really negotiate these deals like he said. Y'all was so mad, oh, Trump is about to ruin the economy. Why is he putting these tariffs on our allies? Then the premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, gets on the news with his chest all puffed out. Canadians aren't backing down. If Trump wants to double the tariff, we'll turn the electricity off on the United States. That's what y'all thought was going to happen. Y'all really thought that Canada had the testicular fortitude to shut the electricity off of the United States. Is that what y'all thought? Is that what y'all thought while Donald J. Trump is a 47th president of the United States, that Canada was going to turn our electricity off? Stop the nonsense. That's why Doug Ford, he reversed his 25% surcharge on electricity. He's backing down. Why is he backing down? Because Trump is a master negotiator. Trump ain't the one backing down. They did all that huffing and puffing just to get on live TV and say, you know what? We was just bluffing. Trump has called our bluff. Canada cannot survive without the United States. Like I said, Trump has something called a reciprocal tariff. If your tariff doubles, ours is going to double. If you want the price to drop y'all price and we'll drop it too. I'm just saying, y'all got to give Trump his credit. I know y'all hate it.
Guys, welcome back again and thank you so much for watching this clip. So let's check what people are saying about the last clip of this video. I hope Trump, as smart as I think he is, I pray that Trump knows they are trying to triple team him. I believe Trump will shade his dumped because they probably bring puzzle on us all. And this is another comment because guys, thank you so much for watching this clip. So let's take a few moments to check what people are saying about the last clip of this video. Because he left full of, all they did was spread lies and lies. Trump, and he knows what he is doing. Yeah, I'm very sure that Trump is really aware of what he's doing, and including the Magas. The Magas too are aware of Trump, of what Trump are doing. There's no way the Magas will tell me that they did not know about all of these things coming. They were really aware, and I really do think that they were also prepared for it. So this is another comment. Business is business and never personal. Trump stand on business. The one screaming they have never worked for corporate America or have owned a business. Yeah, Trump is a businessman. Yeah, and all he is doing, he know what he's doing. And this is another comment. Why is Trump fried everyone? Everyone wants Trump gone. Yeah, the same people that want him gone was the same people that voted for him. Sometimes I do not even know what the Magas really want. The Magas were the same people that put him in the White House, and the Magas are also the same people saying that he should be impeached. The Magas, what do you guys really want? This is another comment. Is doing Mr. Trump going to get the USA some of that money? He is the president now, he can do it. The Democrats was taking the USA out, giving all your money away on so on. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what to think about them in the comment section, and I'm just going to be right there waiting for you guys. Please don't forget to smash on the like button and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned guys.